Man, if only every freaking Saturday could be like, not Saturday, Friday, could be like today, where you come in, they just hand you some work. Let's get it.
Fluffy the mechanic, wrenches doing magic. Get grease on his fingers like some sort of tragic. Working on Nissans, every day's a mission. CVT transmissions, that's his main addiction. Slacking on the job, nah, Fluffy bringing heat. Gears and transmissions making engine his meat. Auto parts flying, singing in the beat. Fluffy fixing rides.
So I have already taken them out, so this is just gonna be an install. So we're just gonna install some lower control arms. I think there's plenty of videos out there of me removing lower control arms. What this is on a 2020 Rogue Sport, I believe. Doesn't matter if it's only 5 years old. Bushings on every car go out, depending on the design of the bushing. Cool little backstory. First time I did these type of control arms was on like a 2011, 2010, 2013, somewhere around there, Rogue. And it took me a whole day to do these control arms, to put them in actually. And I stripped one of the blind nuts that's in the frame, because nobody was telling me how to do it, how to save it. You know, take the tie rod end off and make it easier for yourself. Even though I had a mentor, he would teach me let's just say it's tight. He let me struggle. I really did struggle. But that also put me where I am today. If I wouldn't have struggled so much, I wouldn't have learned as much as I did. So it was kind of a blessing in disguise. Although it sucked. But yeah, it took me a long time to do it. And now I've gotten pretty good at these control arms. Every now and then you'll get one that still puts up a fight. But other than that, it ain't too bad. It's just learning the process and then sticking to it. You know, because the service manual says to do it one way. You learn to do it another. You learn your own ways. And then people will feed off of you. Like here at the dealership, me and the other two guys, we're so tight knit, we're so cool with each other that we learn off of each other, and we'll show each other certain things that we've done in order to get certain tasks done. Like I have my ways, even though some people don't want to listen to my fat, lazy ways. I'm fat.
Take your own advice.
I'm fat, right? So I'm gonna find an easier way than to force myself to make love with the engine, with the grill.
But if I make a recommendation, I'm Chafa.
Well, you're Zip Tycoon.
Hey.
Don't. He wants to bring up my fuel tank and my transmission on a vehicle that is what's it called? Discontinued fuel tank, discontinued transmission, because I got JB Weld on my trans case and fuel tank repair on my fuel tank. Well, and that's because I messed up. I didn't register my vehicle in my name for about 4 years. By the time I actually did that, the fuel tank recall was obsolete. It was already completed. So once so many recalls have been performed, they stopped the recall. So that's what happened to mine. I'm explaining the discontinuation of the recall for the fuel tank. So that was my fault. I missed it. If I would have registered it, I could have got warranty on it. Could have got the recall done. Hey, oh shit! This one actually came with the right nut. Cause lately they've been coming with the oh, that's on a Versa and Kick and Sentra. They've been coming with the damn jam nut. The jam nut you can reuse and reuse and reuse. This one you can't. Now, even though this one says left, right, left, left, it's gonna go on the right side. All has to do with the curvature. These tie rods fit multiple vehicles. And once I get these wheels on, I'll show you what I'm talking about. And why? Why? How? I don't even have to look at the I don't even have to look at the letter on it to see if it's left or right. I just know the way it's oriented on the vehicle, and then I know what side it is to go on. Ooh. Ooh. The joint was stiff. Yeah, buddy, I like how you ran over here quick. You're still doing that, starter?
I have one 10 mil bolt. You're still not doing those on?
I just started. You got here at 8. I got here at 10, and you were still barely coming out. How many of y'all talk mess like this at y'all shop? If you're in a shop, or if you're just around a bunch of men, do y'all talk smack all day? I almost threw my nut away. I almost trashed my nut. Y'all hear that noise in the background? That's detail. All freaking day. All day we hear that shit. Oh. See? There's no way.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
Oh, I didn't put that in right. Damn it. Well. Dang. That is a great... Yeah, it felt like I had thread. There. There we go. It was just spinning. I'm just glad it didn't catch one thread and then go in sideways, because that would have made for a bad day.
That looks like Fluffy Mexicanic.
That looked like Fluffy Mexicanic. What? That is him. That motherfucker there. That look like the fluffy Mexicanic. There was this inspector that came by, and he was my buddy that just came in the screen a second ago. Huh? The what?
He might even see this.
Oh yeah, you might be watching this. It was an inspector came by my wrench, and he's looking at a vehicle with my buddy, and he goes, "That guy over there, he looked like the fluffy Mexicanic." My buddy was like, "What?" He goes, "That's him." Oh shit. I forgot what my buddy told him after that, but yeah, I was on the shitter, and my buddy was asking me about, "Hey, do you have any magnets for him?" I'm like, "Oh no, I don't. They're at home." So that reminds me, I need to start carrying magnets on myself, on my bodies.
Why?
Oh, I have my own merch that I have really been slacking on. They used to promote all that stuff. Man, members, I am so sorry if y'all never received it. I owe y'all. I think I need to figure out. I have a list of who all my members were. And I'm just gonna send y'all, if I haven't sent y'all before, I'm gonna just send y'all all the magnets that we got. Cause I hit a bad spot. Got really unmotivated in work on YouTube because of the industry, the dealership, where my dealership was headed. Which is one of the main reasons I came to this place. If y'all know, I've only been at this dealer since August of 25. So, fairly new here. I'm not too sure.
I have a windshield that needs to be calibrated.
Okay.
Can you do that?
Yeah. Is it just something that needs done today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Customer's picking it up in like a few hours.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Is it warranty?
It's a wheel. It's internal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because they sold the car. So.
All right, I think we are done for these control arms. No, we got to put the sway bar end links on. And sorry if my conversations, guys, are all over the place. It kind of happens. I'll talk about one thing, then I'll remember something, and I'll mention that. I'll be forgetting. But, yeah, that was pretty cool to get recognized. I've gotten recognized so much, and then I'll have other people that I've been knowing. I'll be like, "Oh, I saw you on YouTube." I'll be like, "What?" "Yeah, I saw you on YouTube. I didn't know you did that." Be like, "Yeah, for a little bit." And it's mainly inspectors and stuff. Or we'll hire new people and they'll be like, "Oh, I think you do YouTube? Are you on YouTube?" And I'll be like, "No." "Are you sure?" "Yeah." And I'll be like, "Nah, yeah, I am." But I don't gloat it here. I don't talk about it much. I'm not here like, "Oh, hey, I do YouTube. Follow me." Just if you find out I have a YouTube channel, you find out. I'm not there you go. I'm not promoting myself here. I will never do that. Not at my workplace. I just feel like that should never be done. If you do it, cool. You know, that's a thing between you and your establishment. It's just so scary. Especially because everybody wants to talk smack about how one mechanic does a certain thing, like this right here. You know, frowned upon. But all my guys that are actually in this, do this every day, multiple times a day, they know, and they do this too. All right. All right, so this is how you know. So see that curvature right there? That recess or that curve is to avoid hitting the wheel. So it allows, because if it was straight, it'd get real close to that, knock the weights, rub the rim, all sorts of stuff. So that's how we know what side it goes on. It just depends on the orientation. On some vehicles, the stud will go down, and so it'll have to go like it says on the left side. Actually, that is the left side. So yeah, but sometimes they flop them. It all just depends. So this is me signing out. Thank y'all for watching. This is a lower control arm easy Friday, and we out. I'm out.
Lizard.
No.
Lizard.
Oh, and y'all are probably like, hey Jack, you know, you left this nut loose. Yes, I gotta align it. So yes, it is loose because I'm gonna align it right there. Oxidation on the drop belt. Do a video on this. All right, so this seal, they did not approve these. Is there sufficient pressure for them? Well, I got a whole bunch of parts right there. And then I bought this one because it was a special edition one time.